I'm here with Scott, and he's going to tell us the unique way that he helps his clients. Thanks so much for being here, Scott.
Yeah, one thing that I notice in the coaching world is that, a lot of people who are truly called to help other people, to help people transform in any kind of these practitioner, life coaching, hypnotherapy. You mentioned somatic trauma informed, different types of coaching and breath work, hypnotherapy, energy healing, all different modalities that are really fascinating. I like to learn them all myself, and you do have to focus. But we who learn these things, we tend to have a solid passion for a type of mission in life to
Mm,
transform ourselves and help other people transform in ways that are amazing. Some
mm,
people are aware they have a gift and they feel passionate about using that gift, making a positive change in their world with themselves and with other people. But when it comes to your business, many of us believe that our clients are going to fall out of the sky, and we see ourselves as therapists, coaches,
mm,
healers, but not as marketers and business owners. And we feel like, business subjects themselves, that's not even what we want to focus on. But we have to focus on these things, and we will eventually realize that success in any business happens when we take the actions that cause the business to acquire a steady flow of clients. And that means marketing and
mm,
having a system to generate a flow of clients and some idea of what it is that you're going to do and how you're going to cause it to happen. It doesn't just happen automatically.
mm,
Well, if you're familiar with any of the other businesses, if somebody starts a restaurant or a plumbing business, you know that they have to have startup capital. But
mm,
why is it that we don't apply that to the coaching business and we think that we're just going to start getting clients somehow? We're going to do it for free. We're going to figure out how to use social media, and it's just going to work out. Well, we do have all of these training modalities that are tools for us to use, but when it comes to marketing and getting clients in the coaching business, we just start doing coaching and hoping someone will book an appointment. But
mm,
it should be clear you need the startup capital to pay for advertising, to have an advertising campaign that actually works and has the right return on investment. And doing this organic free lead generation requires a huge amount of time and work, creating content, knowing how to do the social media lead generation. If you think you're just going to somehow figure it out and start doing it without training from experts who actually know how to do it, that's not really realistic. And we do need to have a realistic plan for a business. I remember in the real estate world, I learned from Gary Keller to write down all the things that you have to do, everything that you have. And there was this list, and it just went on and on and on with all the things that you have to do to be, for instance, a real estate agent. And then it said, which of these things would actually make money? Those are the dollar productive activities. The first thing that I learned was if you hire someone to do all those other things, then you can focus on your dollar productive activities, just meeting with clients. That's what we want
mm,
to do anyway. We want to just meet with clients and help people, but we need to do all this business stuff to cause it to happen. Well, if you intend to spend your time just meeting with clients, you need to do something to get someone else to do your social media management. And what I discovered is that you can get a virtual assistant in the Philippines. And I lived in the Philippines for 17 years. And I got introduced to the outsourcing business. And I learned that you can hire these people. You have to know how to hire the people. Your dollar productive activity is meeting with the clients, but you have someone else that's doing all of this content. Then you can't just hire someone and say, put some content out there. You have to be in control of the process, and they're just doing the work to help you to get it done. Even if you hire a social media virtual assistant, which you can do very reasonably, you can't just hire someone and tell them to post content. You have to know what works, and the assistant does the work that you create. You have an offer, you have valuable content, and they're doing all this work, and it enables you to spend your time meeting with clients when the appointments start coming in from all the DMs, the conversations, the discovery calls. You need to be focusing on doing discovery calls at least. Well, I've discovered that it's possible for people in the coaching business to get some amazing startup funding that is very attractive and easy and will cause all these things to happen. And I'm glad to have a conversation with anyone who realizes that this is what they need to cover your mentoring, your paid advertising, hiring help to assist you in your organic lead generation, and any equipment that's needed. Maybe you need a computer, lighting, lighting equipment, microphone, camera. You need to get all the equipment. Well, that's normal to have startup costs for any business. Well, if you realize that you're in an actual business and you know your business should be treated like a business, let's just have a talk and make it happen with some startup funding that you can focus on. So you can focus on what you were trained to do, meeting with clients, and change yourself first by realizing the basics of running a business. We can't
Mm,
just keep pretending that that's just going to automatically happen. Getting the necessary startup capital will ignite your intentions and it will make it clear to your unconscious mind. This is what I intend to do with my life. Well,
mm.
if that interests you, you can message me and set up a time and talk about making it happen.
What's the best way for someone like that to get a hold of you?
You can message me on Facebook messaging. On Telegram, I'm at Scott Schubert, and WhatsApp, my phone number, 904-924-2305. So at least with WhatsApp and so forth, you get a notification. With email, I tend to not see those myself. I tend to not pay attention to them because we get overwhelmed with emails.
Very good, very good. Thank you so much for your time, Scott. I really appreciate it.